Hey everybody, it's Retro Gaming Now, and we are back with Mist Uru Complete Chronicles. So we're going to go ahead and go back to that linking stone and tell Dan that I didn't take. And we know from Sharper's journal, or at least the journal in Gahreesan, that that linking stone indeed does go to Gahreesan. So we're going to go there and see if we can find our final 2 journey costs that we need for that age. Alright. Can't seem to turn. There we go. So we need to head downstairs. And our linking stone is right back here somewhere. Here it is. So that image, it's tough to see, but it looks kind of dark and gray, which was what we know Gahreesan to be. So let's head on over. And sure enough, here's one of our journey cloths. So that low rumbling and our small window pretty much confirms that we are indeed in Gahreesan. You can see the trees because this whole building is rotating. So this appears to be a prison of some sort. You can see shackles on the wall, bones, and rudimentary bed. Over here we've got another Relto page, which looks like a waterfall or something. Let's go ahead and put that in our Relto book. And here we've got like a sewer entrance or something. So let's head on down here. And it appears to be sort of like inter-cell transport or something. Lots of iron bars everywhere. So let's see if we can find our way out of this mess, since there's definitely a lot of crap in here. Should I follow the green lights? Yeah, let's do that. I might just end up going in circles, actually, so we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm just going in circles. So let's try the outer. Oh, we can't go there or there. So we'll just try every single one of these. So this is back where we... No, this is another cell. So we'll just try every possible combination. Brute force. Nope, and nope. And nope. Continue on. Nope, nope. And obviously nope, we can't jump out the window. And nope, so let's keep trying. Nope, nope. Looks like somebody tried to escape, somehow bent the bars. I'm not sure how you do that. Do I look up here? Nope. This light is flashing. Nope, and nope. Some sort of moss thing. And that's... Nope, can't go up there. Nope, nope. And here we go. Looks like a ladder. So let's head on up here. Alright, so here we are. Looks like we're close to the top of the building. Still the distinctive Gahreesan, huge, indestructible style. Is there a way to get up? Alright, here we go. And here we are with what looks like some sort of lobby, maybe. It's a KI dispenser. But we've already got a KI. And some images, image projectors, which show us sort of a rough little map. So not much to do in here. Let's go ahead and head on up one of these ladders. They go to the same place? Looks like it. So this would be in the very center of the building, so people could link in here. So I don't know if it was obvious from what the journal said, but the reason it rotates is the way a linking book works is it links you to a specific location. It's like an XY coordinate or whatever, XYZ coordinate in an age. So, like, let's say that tree out in the distance, I could set a linking book that would link me exactly to that tree. The problem with this age, though, or the reason it rotates, is I can't set a linking book directly to a prison cell because it's always rotating. So there's a chance I would link into like solid stone wall, or even the wrong book. Like it'd be very complicated to actually time your link correctly, and so that's why you link into the center, where your XYZ doesn't change. Now the strange thing is that linking stone that we had with Yisha's symbol on it linked us into one of the cells while it was rotating, which is very strange. That's something a book couldn't do. So there's obviously something weird going on. We already know it's a little bit weird with like Relto and how we can carry that book with us, but still. Alright, so here we got our final journey cloth. And I can't jump off and commit suicide. So, now we've got to find the door for Gahreesan. And I'm not sure if I pointed it out, but we'll have to head back to Relto first. So before we head there, let's check out and see what our book did, or our page did. And sure enough, it added a waterfall. It's kind of nice. Now we can actually drink something and survive. Need something to eat still. So let's head back to Gahreesan. We're going to have to unfortunately take the straight link, since this thing is only going to take us to where we just were. So let's head on out. Alright, so we want to go back up to the roof. And we have to go to the elevator, which is on the other side of the building. So you can see these DRC cones are set up because, as we learned from Sharper's journal, we're planning on having people eventually come and visit these ages, because they're restoring it, restoring Dunny. So let's head on in and up. So let's head on over here and just make the jump really quickly over to this rock so we can put mark our journey cloth and save our location. So we've got all 7 journey cloths. Let's see if we can find the borrowed door. Oh, there it is right there. So, can we make a jump like that? How should I do this? Should I jump to this rock? Yeah, let's do that. Whoa there. So, this is like platforming. Jump to this rock. Oh, missed. That's why we put our journey cloth there. So let's head on back. Try that again. Alright. Jump. Line ourselves up for this. We need to shoot to the side a little bit. Back, jump. And oh, there we go. Barely made it. Oh, I saw myself for a minute there. Alright, let's open the door. And down we go. More of that weird sound just then.
Shora, peace to you, mover of the least. 7 more journeys have moved you closer. I was seduced while in Denis. My humble darkness lasted only a short time before I began to bask in what I could do, what I could write. My gift, my path, the knowledge of my father and the dreams of my mother pierced a hole in the darkness, in the weakness. I was aware of my power and I was proud. Whole worlds at my fingertips. It was the same with the Denis, the same cycle. Light opens the darkness, it takes, it uses, and it keeps. The Denis found power in these books you used to travel. They were a gift from the Maker. These ages you traveled to were their ages. Remarkable places giving life and taking life. This shadow came over them, this shadow of light, for it was in their enlightenment that they considered themselves better than the least. And we were sad for them. Can you feel the Denis there? You've touched the remnants, the remains of their pride and power. Let me tell you of King Karath. Dare I speak ill of him? One of the great kings, but yet he was the maker of the proud, for it was his system of guilds that served as the foundation of power and corruption. The powerful need control, fortresses and garrisons to guard their power, and soon the guarding is yet another thing to be proud of. Layers within layers built to preserve their ages and their pride from the weak and least who might attack from without. And yet it is from within that most nations fall. And so the mighty garrisons of Denis now stand vacant. The writing hides what's between the lines. These journeys are to help you travel between. The Barrow will be returned. These pillars are our journey. The return of the pillars is the return of the Barrow. The bringing away and the bringing back.
So the return of the pillars is the return of the Barrow. We don't yet know quite what the Barrow are, but let's go ahead and return another pillar. And real quick, Yisha talked about pride, and I believe that's what the original proverb was about. Each of these ages sort of has a theme. Like the slavery theme was the important one in Teledan, and pride is the important one in Gahreesan. But that doesn't really tell us exactly what we're doing still. We do know it has something to do with the Barrow. But what are the Barrow? Don't know yet. And there we go. We've got another pillar secured. So now we are about halfway done. We've got 2 of the 4 pillars done. And yeah. So this is a very short episode. We just had to finish up Gahreesan. And let's see what book we've gotten here. This book takes us to the Eaters. And we'll head there in the next episode. So, sorry for the short episode, guys, but we just had to finish up Gahreesan really quick. It's been Retro Gaming Now, and we've been playing Mist Uru Complete Chronicles. So, we've got 2 of these Barrow pillars, whatever the Barrow are. And see you in the next episode. Thanks.